Portland begins with the basketball. Lillard to Kent Bazemore. Lillard picked up by Bryant to Whiteside and finishes strong.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Zach Collins able to recover with the block. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Beal. It's Thomas, 4-2. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Lillard. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good for Lillard. The Blazers add one more to their total. Beal. To Thomas. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Calls out of bounds off Kent Bazemore. Thomas into the front court. 5-point game. From the outside, no good. Lillard to McCollum. Portland down to 4 to shoot. Dame rises. D's got it. Damian Lillard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Just remember an old saying here, you're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
McCollum to Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard. Thomas across the timeline. Down 5. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Trailblazers take over. McCollum to Kent Bazemore. McCollum to Lillard. 5 seconds to shoot. McCollum. His first effort off the mark. Thomas with the basketball. Down 3. Beal. Gets to the basket and scores.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Damian Lillard trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Beal against the former first-rounder. To Smith. To Beal. Down to 5 on the 24. Beal, that's good D. Shot no good. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Short jumper stays out. Ish Smith to Beal. To Smith. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. And draws the foul.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Ish Smith at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 66%. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
It's Portland ball.
I'm here right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Screen coming. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Rodney Hood at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. And throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Lillard to Rodney Hood.
Ice, ice. He's up on your left. Here it comes.
Down low Gasol. Yamahini swats it. Ouch. And it doesn't look good. Scott Brooks is going to make some changes. You hate to see anybody get hurt. That appeared to be a lower body injury. And hits the first free throw.
That boy got jumped.
And gets both to drop at the line. deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter with the Blazers in front. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
To Rodney Hood. Shot from in close, no good. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Beal, guarded by Gasol. Fight to shoot for Washington. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Rodney Hood. Nurkic. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Ish Smith. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Portland has the ball. To Rodney Hood. Here's a chance from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Ken Bazemore. To Nurkic. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Ish Smith, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Portland's got it. Screen coming. Isaiah Thomas against the Lehigh product. Can't connect. Smith. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To McCollum. To Ken Bazemore. Nurkic rocking the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Here comes the screen. Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
C.J. McCollum trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he adds the free throw. Thomas into the front court. They trail by 2. To Smith. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Hey, switch, I got it.
To McCollum. To Ken Bazemore. Nothing going here on that drive. It's no good. If he takes those shots, he'll be back on the bench in no time. Wizards at the controls. Thomas. Nothing going here on that drive. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. McCollum into the front court. Leads a bucket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
And he knocks it down at the line. Washington basketball. Ish Smith. And that's rebounded by Portland. Lillard to McCollum. Lillard to McCollum. The drive right to the basket. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Ish Smith to Beal. Ish Smith. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To McCollum. Shot from the lane won't go. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Beal. McCollum with a shot, no good. Deep three at the buzzer. First half in the books. The Blazers have the lead.
Trailblazers
entered the locker room with a comfortable lead.
They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Portland Trailblazers. The Wizards were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. When you see how many three-pointers they've attempted, it doesn't justify the fact they have won. It's time for them to man up and attack the basket.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Damian Lillard
Did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's Washington with the basketball. Ish Smith surveys the floor. Won't go down. Lillard to McCollum. Lillard for two. D's got it. Damian Lillard. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season, a first-time All-NBA first-team player, tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Lillard guarded by Bryant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
I got him. Here we go. I got him.
Here comes the screen. Beal to Smith. Beal defended by Lillard. To Smith. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the Blazers clear the rebound. Trailblazers with the basketball. Thomas Bryant. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here comes the screen. McCollum to Whiteside. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ish Smith. Short jumper won't fall. Here comes the screen. Lillard sizing up Bryant. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
New blood coming in for both sides. Beal. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Lillard, deep left corner. Trying to cash in. He connects. Not the guy you think would beat you.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Wizards with the basketball. Isaiah Thomas up against the Weber State product. To Beal. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Bradley Beal. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Layup goes down. Well done.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Beal. Whoa! What a finish! Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. Lillard to Whiteside. Shot clock winding down. Has a look. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Thomas across the timeline. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Blazers will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lillard to Rodney Hood. To Gasol. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Gasol tips it, and his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Pass stolen by Portland.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
That ends the third quarter with the Blazers in front. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Lillard to Nurkic. From the outside, no good. Thomas with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Isaiah Thomas, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Lillard to Gasol. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Thomas into the front court. Now down 6. A bad pass there. Blazers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Has a chance. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Another shot won't go either. To Nurkic. Hood. Down low Nurkic. Nurkic rocking the rim. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Isaiah Thomas sizing up McCollum. Second effort. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. McCollum with the basketball. Lead stands at 7.
Right.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Thomas. Driving right to the basket. Driving is Thomas, but a shot no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2. Yusuf Nurkic. He's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Thomas across the timeline. His guys trail by 10. No good, and no foul. Trailblazers take over. McCollum. To Ken Bazemore. C.J. McCollum. 3 for 6 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Thomas with the basketball. The deficit now up to 12. Five to shoot for Washington. Thomas. That's off the side of the rim, no good. McCollum into the front court. Lead is 12. Count the basket at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Thomas into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Beal defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Spinning shot won't fall. McCollum with the basketball. They lead it by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Count the basket. We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Changes coming from both sides right now. To McCollum. Fires the three. Cleaning the offensive glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Trying to cash in. Bradley Beal. He's 3 for 7. It's the Trailblazers who get the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers got themselves a win here today. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Portland Trailblazers. The Wizards didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Bench points.
The Portland Trailblazers had the kind of bench production that will make any coach proud. NBA games can be made easier when you're working with depth, and that's exactly what happened here today.
Player of the game.
Damian Lillard gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.